blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah.
It says preparing live stream, so it should be.
I'm muting and going away now.
Okay. Hi, Carmen. Hello, everybody. I think that we might be live on Facebook already, and we just want to say hello. We came on just a minute and a half earlier than normal, just so that you could all find us. So we will just say a quick hello. I'm Joanne. Go ahead, you guys.
Lillian.
And I'm still clicking buttons.
Oh.
Oh, that's an interesting name.
I'm Marilyn. No, it came up and said that you're live streaming. Do you want to click OK? So
she said yes. So as you come on, say hello. Now, you know, I said I wasn't going to go to Facebook and watch, but I think I do just need to know that we are in there. And so I'm just going to do that. I've got my iPad here right now. So as you come on, say hello so that we know that you're there. And it is just us three. Okay. Carmen is talking to us. And for those of you who were here last time, you know who Carmen is. And for those of you who weren't here last time, we will introduce her as we go throughout the evening tonight. And so just as you come on, say hello, maybe say, what should we say? Where are you watching from? What room in the house? Let's put it that way. What room in the house? Not are you watching from Spruce Grove or you're watching from Red Deer? What room in the house? And why I'm asking that question is that I'm in a different room this evening than I normally am. And that's because sometimes my Zoom can be a little bit iffy. So it seems if I'm up here right next to where our hub is, maybe things will go a little bit smoother. So again, say hello. We want everybody to take part and comment on tonight's Getting to Know Ya, so that we know that you're there and to get you all revved up for tomorrow, because you're going to want to take part tomorrow too. Okay, so I think we've got a few people coming on. Maybe let me just see. We've got IC 15, so that's great. And as you come on, say hello. Okay, so I will get started. I'm Joanne Rogers, and I am one of the Stampeteers, I think is what we called ourselves in our bios this year. And I have the pleasure tonight of introducing and just sort of playing with you a little bit this evening, getting to know you a little bit, and you getting to know us. And we will start right now. So I'm going to have to look at my notes. Normally I have them plastered all over my room, and tonight they're on a very nice desk. So it's a little bit different than normal for me. So this is our 5th staycation. So it's really hard to believe that this is like 5. And pretty soon we won't be able to count on one hand how many we've had. So for those of you who are watching, for how many, if you have attended 4 already, and this is your 5th one, put your hand up, do something in the comments, make a funny little face, do hearts, whatever. And I have a question for you. And the question is, and this is going to cause you to really, dig into that memory bank. What was, and only one, what was your favorite project that you made out of all of those other 4? And even if, even if you didn't attend all 5. So now we've got all 5 out of the way, you've got hearts and bells and whistles. What was your favorite project, if this is a 2nd or 3rd or 4th staycation for you that you've made so far? And tell us why it was your favorite project. We, I think, individually also have some favorite projects, Marilyn and Lillian and I, things that we've made, or maybe not that we made ourselves, what one of the other ladies made. So it'd be interesting to see if they dovetail with what yours were. So, and it's actually amazing to think that there are so many more designs out there that we could still be creating. So let me see. Tonight is really informal, and we're really not going to keep you here a long time, because we really just want to get to know you a little bit and have you get to know us, give you the lay of the land for tomorrow a little bit. We do have a few prizes that we want to give away, and we want to, well, more than a few, actually. I think we've got, I don't know, 9 or something like that. So if you're here, you're going to be excited because you might win. So the very first thing that I want you to have handy is your stamp scramble. So I'm really hoping that most of you printed it off and actually did the scramble. We don't think it was too difficult. And we had lots of you that said, oh, this was fun, something a little bit different. So you want to have that close at hand, because that's how you can win tonight. That's one of the ways that you can win tonight. So we are going to start that really quickly. So make sure it's close at hand. I'm going to give you just a few minutes to pull it out, and then we'll probably get started. So feel free at any time to make comments, to ask questions, to give us a thumbs up or hearts, anything that you want to know, we are here to answer right now. And we also have, you can't see her. She told us when we were just chatting before we went live that when she sort of disappears and she's not on screen anymore, she's really not on screen for Facebook. So we are really happy to have Carmen Carnegie with us again this time around. She joined us the first time in spring, and she's our moderator. And so the comments that you are making, she's sort of taking a peek at that so that we can just put all of our attention into chatting with you. And she'll also be following up on some of the prizes. So if you see an answer come to you from Carmen, don't worry, it's not some strange person. It actually is somebody that we know. And she's going to be here with us tomorrow too. So we, just a bit about Carmen. She is a member, all three of us are members of the Duke's Divas, meaning that our upline is Karen Duke, and Carmen is also a member of Duke's Divas, and she's a pretty mean stamper and paper crafter too. And so if you are lucky enough to see some of her designs, then you already know that. And so thanks for giving us a hand, Carmen. So already stamp scramble, so you want to pull it out. So this is how it's going to work. So we're going to tell you what number of comment we're looking for. And so for this one, we're looking for the third comment, and it has to be the correct comment. So what you want to do when I tell you which of the scrambles you want to put into the comment, you're going to type it in, and hopefully you're going to be the first, second, third, fourth, 27th, whatever. So this one is the third person, and it's number 13. So take a look at your number 13 and type into the comments right now what that is. And Carmen is going to moderate for us, and she's going to pick and let us know who that 13th, who that third person is. Okay, and we do have prizes for you, and we will announce prizes and talk about it tomorrow too. Okay, so now that you have that going on, I really, really want to look at all the comments, but I can't. So we have a question for you. So we have a few questions throughout the event tonight that we want you to answer for us. And hopefully you're not all trying to type in what your answer is number 13, but here's the question. I'm going to read it. What's your favorite event during these 4 months? Is it back to school? You know, like that IKEA, is it the IKEA commercial, back to school? No, it's not. It's the Staples commercial, back to school. Is it that? Is it Thanksgiving dinner? Is it handing out Halloween treats and seeing all the little ghouls and goblins? Or maybe it's Christmas. What is your favorite event during this time of year, and why is it that? So if you can put that into the comments, that would be great. And we will share we'll recap some of these tomorrow for you. So now while you're typing that in, we're going to introduce ourselves, and we're going to tell you a little bit about who we are and why we are and why we're doing this. And we are going to share that. We're going to start with Marilyn.
Okay, did you want to do yeah, Carmen's already given us the answer. Did you want to do that?
Oh, okay. Sure. I didn't see the answer. There we go. Okay, Linda Fiorito, I think is maybe how you say your name. You are the correct winner according to Carmen. And so for those of you who were a bit unsure about number 13, or maybe you didn't have yours all written out, it is The Beauty of Tomorrow. So thank you, Carmen. Thanks, Lillian. And congratulations, Linda. Okay, go ahead, Marilyn.
Okay, I am Marilyn Wagner. I live in Spruce Grove. I have lived here for eons, have always lived in Alberta, went to high school in Stony Plain. But prior to that, I went to elementary school in a place called Keep Hills. I don't know if any of you know where that is, but It no longer has a school. It has a nice new hall, well, newer hall that is still being quite active, but the school is long gone. The high school in Stony Plain I went to is long gone. They now have a new one there as well. So that tells you kind of how old I am. That's anyway. And then we got married in 1969, moved to Edmonton for a couple years, and then back to Spruce Grove, and we've been here ever since. So we love it, obviously. I have a son who has a wife, two sons, and one of those sons has a fiance, and they all live in Spruce Grove. We have a daughter and her husband and three littler, we call them the big grandkids, the little grandkids, three littler ones that live in Edmonton. So they're all close by, which is really great for us. We love having them around and managed to see them pretty well all this last week for our anniversary. So it was kind of nice. So I've been friends with Karen Duke, who Joanne mentioned is our upline. I went to high school with her, so we have been friends for, again, a long time. And so it was quite natural when she signed up for Stampin' Up that I would probably become part of that team eventually. Took me until 2007 when I signed up, and I've just enjoyed every bit of it. And my dream as I was going through high school was to be a teacher. And I was fed up with school when I got done, so I didn't further my education, but I feel that I've actually accomplished that by being able to teach people how to make cards, how to do things on computer, just generally share what I know. And I love learning and doing that. So I am here to help with whatever I can. And we enjoy doing this Stamping Staycation. At times we kind of hum and haw and think, oh my gosh, that was a lot of work. But in the end, we love it. So we're really appreciate that you're here sharing with us. And we're going to have a great time tonight and tomorrow. So thanks, Joanne.
Thanks for being here.
So next on your list is my challenge winner.
So give us just a moment.
Well,
Marilyn is our techie wizard, and we're going to share our screen.
And you can cross your fingers if you entered one of the challenges.
well, first of all, you can cross your fingers if I can get to the right place. There it is. Okay. Now, I have all the names of the people who shared the layout one, which was mine. And they are in here, and in the center, if it was right side up, you could see it say, congrats, you're a winner. So I am going to hit that button and we will see who the winner is.
You have music. Congratulations.
Way to go, Denise.
Way to
Way to
go.
go, Denise. Thank you, Marilyn. And just to let you know, for those who are in the challenge, if you win one, so Denise, you won this one. So if you are also entered into the other challenges, just to make it fair so that lots of people have an opportunity to win, we are going to take Denise's name off the next two opportunities, just to let you know. Okay, so sorry, Lillian, go ahead.
Hi, I'm Lillian, and I think most of you know who I am. I now live in Spruce Grove, but I haven't always lived in Spruce Grove. I grew up in White Rock, or just out of White Rock on a farm. And White Rock is just south of Vancouver, right on the US border and Pacific Ocean, right there. So the beach has always been a big part of my life. And I've lived in lots of different places in BC. Predominantly, I lived in, because I was teaching and I was out to explore a little bit. I went to places like Dawson Creek and Cranbrook, and then I went to Regina, and then I even ended up in the Philippines for a year. So I had some travel bugs worked out. And then when I came back from the Philippines, I got a job just outside of Edmonton in Parkland County, and I've stayed here ever since. I met my husband, and he was a widower with two children, so I became an instant mom but skipped the diapers. And, they now are grown, so our daughter lives here in Edmonton and has two children, and our son lives in the Netherlands and he has two children over there. And so with COVID, it's been a long time since we've seen those grandkids and our son and his wife, but fingers crossed, hopefully it won't be too much longer, and we're thankful for technology. I've always loved crafting, and my mom always was amazed because she hated it. So I kudos to her that she facilitated us kids playing, because we all love it. And when I discovered rubber stamping, it was as a staff school activity, and we got hooked, and pretty soon I thought, this is what I want to do. There's always a purpose for a card. And then eventually I stumbled upon Stamping Up, and I fell in love with how everything coordinated and the quality of things. And I didn't have to go looking for this and that. I could find it all, and the colors would match and the stamps would match and that kind of thing. So I signed up to be a happy shopper. So I signed up for the discount, and then I stayed around and actually shared it with a few people, and the rest is history. It just kind of grew. When I did sign up to be a demonstrator, my husband said, well, you can teach them what to do, but you'll never make it in sales. And you'll be telling them how not to buy stuff. And so anyway, in spite of myself, I've really enjoyed it and been able to make a sort of secondary retirement career out of it. So I love to celebrate. I love to craft for any occasion, but celebrations are always something fun to craft with. And we've got the tools and the skills now, right, to craft not only cards, but packaging and table decor and home decor and cupcake toppers, anything to do with food in there. So it's always good. So I'm just a very happy stamper still, but on this journey, I've grown a whole lot. So now it is my chance to choose a challenge winner. So now it's my chance to try to share a screen. And my challenge was for the, let's see here, is it going to show up? Okay, stop share. I'll click on something else. There were two ones showed up. Is there any picture there?
There isn't right now.
No? Okay. Let me just see. There. How's that? So Denise, let's just say, because I've lost, I can exit full screen. Marilyn and Joanne are laughing because I have to talk out
No,
loud.
we're not
laughing.
What I'm doing here. So I think I've got it right. So let's now click that. Oh, we want full screen again, right? See?
We don't see you yet, Lillian.
Pardon?
We don't see the screen yet.
Oh. Well, I do.
Well, that's okay. Maybe you don't want to share it with us.
Let's try this again. Okay.
You should see
There,
how our
okay.
meetings are.
Yeah. This is us normally.
Can you see it now?
It's just a little bit blurry, isn't that funny?
No.
Yeah.
How about if I
You just do it.
just do it?
Yep.
Can you see it now?
No. But
Okay,
that's okay.
I'm just going to click. I'm clicking. Rhonda M.
Yay, Rhonda!
Yay.
Congrats. Perfect.
Congrats.
So it's my turn now. So I'm Joanne, and I am a little further south than both Marilyn and Lillian, but they both sort of gave a little bit of a progression of where they've lived, and I think I'll do the same. So I'm originally from Thunder Bay, and I was born when it was still Fort William. So for those of you who know, it's called the Lakehead, it's called a whole bunch of things, but it was Fort William, Port Arthur. And the people on the Fort William side, they really didn't interact with the people on the Port Arthur side. Like, it just didn't happen. But when it became Thunder Bay, things are way better. But I left Thunder Bay just after I graduated grade 13, because in Ontario, we had to go an extra year. All that stuff, stuffed into our brains. But I went to University of Manitoba. So I went to Winnipeg. and did a BCom, commerce degree, and I became an accountant. And for a couple of years, I worked on the coldest corner in the world, I'm sure. No, not the world. In Canada, they say Portage in Maine. And I can testify that it is pretty darn chilly on that corner. And then, just because I liked the cold weather so much, I moved up to Yellowknife. So I lived in Yellowknife for 2.5 years, and then came south, they called it, to Calgary, and from Calgary to Red Deer. So I went, sort of all the way around and ended up in Red Deer. And now I live just outside of Red Deer, near Blackfault, and have been here for the bulk of my life. It feels like about 22 years so far. And my stamping journey, probably I came about that in a bit of a roundabout way too. I started calligraphy and paper crafting first, calligraphy, and then took and made some cards. And then when I made some cards, it was with calligraphy. And then I found a rubber stamp and I thought, oh, well, I can go onto a card. And it just progressed from there to the point where I owned my own stamp store with 2 other ladies in Red Deer, and it was called Personal Imprints. So some of you may have been there, but that's how I ran into Karen Duke, and she came down and used to teach classes for us before there was any Stampin' Up! In Canada. And we decided that, so we did that about 5 years, and we decided that we were going to get out of that right about the time that Stampin' Up! Was coming into Canada. So it was really natural for me just to continue doing that. And I always worked at accounting while I was doing all these fun things. And when Stampin' Up! Came into Canada, myself and one of my partners signed up underneath Karen, and it has been 19 years since that took place. And there were times when my real career took over and Stampin' Up! Took a bit of a back burner. And now this is my full-time job. So I no longer do any fun accounting things. It's a good job for those, it's really reliable, but it's not quite as much fun as stamping. So we've learned, I think the 3 of us together bring all kinds of different skills and experiences and different techniques and things that we like a little bit better. And I think that that's probably one of the benefits to us of working together, is that we're able to, and for you, is we're able to pull on that and draw on that to be able to give that to you in an event like this. So we're pleased to be here, just like Lillian and Marilyn said. We are very pleased to be here tonight and tomorrow. We love making and creating with you in mind, and we love to hear the comments and for the oohs and ahs that we know that you might be saying out loud, but typing into the comments when we're busy tomorrow. So I also have I'm going to try and share my screen too, and maybe it won't work. Maybe it's only Marilyn because this is off of her, but let's try. I'm going to share my screen. Let's see if it works. Then I'm going to go to my desktop. Share. I have done this before, so if it doesn't work, then let me go over here.
I can see it. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to go to full screen just so that we can. There we go. So I don't want to go to full screen because I do need to take Rhonda off, don't I? It was Rhonda M.
Rhonda
Yes.
M.
Okay, so the rest of you ladies, we're down to 6. So thank you everybody who took part in the challenges. And this is the second time that we've done the challenges in this way, where it is before the event. And the idea is just to get you all excited and get you revved up. And my challenge was color. And so I'm just going to click here and let's see who the winner is going to be. Oh, I think that one's pretty straightforward. I didn't have any music. I'm the only one without music. Congratulations, Linda. So Linda, way to go. And Linda, I have to say, you were Johnny on the spot with every single one of those challenges. So I'm glad that you got a prize for that. Okay, so here's your next question. So we've asked one. This is your second one now. What's the stamp set you always, like capital ALWAYS, always seem to pull out during this time of year? Is there one? So for me, it's probably leaves, and I can't even remember the name. I should have done this, shouldn't I? The leaves that had the great big dies that went along with them. Who remembers what those were called? I think there were like 4 or 5 leaves. If you remember, if that is any hint at all to you, and you remember the name of that, it's from a few years ago. Put it into the comments. That might be helpful for us. Okay, so we'd like to give you just a little bit of background on our staycation event. As we mentioned, the 3 of us and Carmen are members of Karen's downline. We are the Duke's Divas, part of the Duke's Divas, and we don't really see each other an awful lot just because we are all distant. But well, maybe Marilyn and Lillian see a little bit more because they live in Spruce Grove together. But as a team, we don't really see each other an awful lot. And when COVID hit, we'd always been talking, we're a friendly sort, and we've been talking, especially when COVID hit, that how could we continue to get together and how could we bring our customers along with us as we go virtually. And so when we shifted to this virtual learning, it seemed natural for us to get together, and it has been an excellent partnership. I can speak from my point of view, and we're at number 5, and some of you have been here 5 times. So we think that it's resonating with you as well. We have been learning every single time. That's one of the things that you're never too old to learn. And there's no stupid questions. They're just like there's no stupid questions in accounting. There is no stupid questions in stamping or Stamping Staycation. We love this sharing community, and we look forward to all of the sharing that's going to happen tonight and tomorrow, and the feedback that you're going to give each other as well. Okay, so we have another stamp scramble. So pull out your scramble sheet and go ahead, Marilyn.
Okay, this one is one of mine, and this time it's going to be the 5th person. Okay, so if you've got your sheet out, and Carmen, you're ready, it will be number 3 on your list. So please type in your answers, and Carmen will let us know when she's got the 5th correct answer.
And when we'll announce it. I've got my chat up now so I can see that. Okay, so here's the lay of the land tomorrow. So we're going to start at 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock sharp on the nose, and that will just be a real quick little get revved up session. So come with your coffee in hand, or your tea, or your Diet Coke. I worked with a lady one time, she didn't drink coffee, but she brought 6 Diet Coke with her to work every day, and she drank them all. So I don't know if anyone else in my experience that has ever done that. But so that is our get revved up and our hello. And then at 9:15, we will do our first project, and that will go it's going to go at least until 9:45. It's a bit of a longer project, that first one. And so I see a winner. I'll just tell you the winner in just a minute. And then every hour on the hour after that, we're going to come to you with the project at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 1, 2, 3. Am I got that right now, I think? And so we've got a bunch of different things. We have a 3D, we have some fun folds, we have some techniques, just like normal, a little bit of everything. So the winner of our second scramble is, did you want me to do that, Marilyn, or would you like to?
No, that's okay. Okay,
we have a Linda. We have a second Linda tonight. So Linda Tower.
And both of them,
congratulations.
Both of them spelled Linda with a Y.
It does not need to be Linda for you to win tonight. So congratulations, Linda Tower. So we each will do two projects for you. One in the morning, one in the afternoon for each of us. And we are going to show you exactly how to make those designs, all the tips and tricks that we can think of to help you out. You're going to watch, hopefully you're going to watch, and then as soon as we're done, we will post a PDF, a written tutorial, and also a link to a recorded video. So the live in Facebook will always stay there, and you can always go back and refer to it. But we also have been recording our videos in advance so that one, if anything happens tomorrow and we're unable to come to you, we have a recorded video, but also so that we can post it right away. And if this is your first staycation, you'll know that, or we want you to know, we don't want you to stamp along with us. There's everybody stamps at a different pace, and we really don't want you to be rushed and not be pleased with the results of whatever you're creating. So we want you to just sit back, relax, maybe kick back in your PJs or have the dog beside you on the couch. Just have some fun with your tablet or your laptop or whatever you're watching us on. But we do want you to stamp with us during something that Lillian's going to tell you about in just a minute. So always feel free to ask questions, put in comments. We love that actually, and we will try and answer them as much as possible, or Carmen will answer them for us, or one of the other ladies. So if I'm presenting, Lillian or Marilyn may answer the question. And if they don't know the answer because it's something specific to my project, then I get on a little bit later and I will answer those questions for you. Okay, so don't be afraid to ask. Once we're done with our live presentation, as I said, we'll post the video. And at the, I think I already talked about this. I'm getting ahead of myself. So one of the things that we really like to show you is we show you the project, and a lot of them use brand new things out of the holiday catalog, but we show you a lot of alternatives too. And that's, we had lots of folks say that that's one of the best parts about the staycation. And we show you alternatives made from the annual catalog, with a view to you being able to think about what you have in your stash of supplies and use what you have. That's what this is really all about. It's not so that you have to go out and buy everything that we use. It's so that you use stuff in your own stash and you create wonderful things. And then what we would love is if you post what you make as well, and we'll tell you a little bit more about that. Okay, so Lillian's going to tell us about a fun event that happens in the middle of the day.
Right. This is called secret stamping. And the reason that's called secret stamping is because you actually get to craft. You're going to end up with a finished card, but you don't have any idea what you're creating. So today on our Facebook page, I'm sure that you saw the list posted of supplies to gather. That was clue number 1. If you missed it after we're finished tonight, click on the heading announcements, those little headings across the top, click on announcements and you'll find it there. So gather those supplies, and then at 12:15, gather those supplies and your bone folder and your glue and your basic toolkit, and come together, and I will give you little clues along the way where so that you can gradually build your card, and at the end then you will have the secret revealed. And after you have finished your card, we ask that you please take a picture of it and post it in the comment section, because there might just be a little reward at the end of the day for everybody who does that. So it's a fun thing. I know it's one that many of you really look forward to, and you can get your fingers all inky and have some fun with it. So that is what that's all about. And should I stop there and do my Scrabble word winner, Joanne?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, my Scrabble, our stamp Scrabble winner, sorry, I got the words all confused. This one is going to go to the very first person who gets the right answer typed in, so get your fingers ready. It is for a number 6. Ta-da! So number 6, the very first person who gets it right, Carmen.
Okay, so thank you, Lillian. So get your stuff ready for secret stamping, and a couple more things, and then we're going to let Marilyn loose on you on the tech side. So we have some tip videos that we put together as well, and we will sprinkle those throughout the day tomorrow. So there are 3 different tip videos, and we just, we try and think about what might be really useful information for you to know or to have. And so that's what these tips are. And we don't post them anywhere else. We record them, and it's not done live for you. It's actually just a recorded video on YouTube that you can click on anytime and take a look at and watch. And then I think we've said already, but when we're done with each presentation, we would love to see what you do with it, because we just start the process, and it works wonderful when you all get yourself going, over your mind going and your creativity flowing, because you're going to create and do different things again. So I think that's it. So Marilyn.
And we have a new winner posted there too.
Oh, okay. We do. So Linda F. Okay, now I said earlier you didn't need to have first name Linda to be able to win here. Now, I would like to know, everybody, I'm wondering, Linda, maybe I'm going to ask you for a favor, Linda F., Linda Fiorito, if you would put your name back in the hat and let the next person win, just so that everybody could get a chance. And so let me know if that's okay with you. And Carmen, if you can check those comments, and if Linda's a-okay with that, if you can just give us the next name. Okay, Marilyn, I'm sorry.
That's okay. I'm going to try and get to the right screen this time. No, I'm not making another draw there. Where I want to go is over here. This is our page, which you've all been on, obviously, if you're here with us tonight. So just want to go over a couple things with it. As Lillian mentioned, announcements is where we have pinned these things. There are, I think we've got 3 or 4 in here. We've got the day's schedule, we've got Lillian's secret stamping, and this one for the welcome, because we had some new members join us just today and yesterday. So if you're looking for announcements, that's where it is. Discussion is usually in the order of how we posted our posts. And then under topics, you may not realize this is here, but we're categorizing. This is our Case the Catalog Challenge. There are 7 posts in there. Our team bios, there's only 3 of us, so there's 3 in there. But I want to point out this one, how to find us. If you click on there, it will take you to a printed PDF that I created that you can print and have beside your desk to tell you where to find things on the site. And then Lillian prepared this video on the same kind of thing. So if you're really struggling with how to find where things are and whatever, it would be find this topic and it will take you to those 2 posts. The only other thing under discussions, as Joanne mentioned, okay, machine, it's taking a little while because it's coming from Zoom to Facebook. When we do our posts, you cannot post in our group. We have the group set that way so we can kind of know where we're at. So in here, we can post, but you can always comment, which is underneath each of the posts. So when we, as Joanne mentioned, when you're doing your secret stamping and we want you to post those cards, it would be under the heading of that. So anywhere in there would be great. So, and if you've got any other questions, like Joanne said, just leave them for us and we will try to answer them. And certainly reach out on Messenger or whatever if you need to, if you're really struggling in the middle of something that we're doing. So if there's no other questions, Joanne, Lillian, anything else you wanted me to point out while I was here?
I think that's, and I would really recommend printing off the sheet that you did, the PDF. I find that helpful just to have on my desk.
Yeah, and the other thing, if you look up here, I'm on a PC, but Lillian tells me it's very similar on a Mac. This refresh button,
Right.
it says reload the page. If you can't find us, if we're on, like Joanne said, at the top of the hour and you're there at 2 minutes after, but you've been waiting since 5:02, hit that refresh button and you'll probably find us. That's one of the
helpful thing.
Yeah, one of the Facebook things that happens, and we can't control it. We just try to work with it. So, okay. So I don't think there was anything else. Scheduled posts throughout the day. There will be a number of things that we will be sharing with you. Comments. As Joanne mentioned, we love to have your comments on there, but we do not want to go to Facebook jail. And we have heard that is a possibility. So we won't comment on everything, but please know that we do appreciate all of your comments. And once the event is over, we will email you a link to a folder that will hold all of the documents that we're going to be posting on here, as well as they will have the videos, the tip videos, those kind of things with them. So you'll have a link to one place to get those. And hopefully it all works when we send it out. So make sure you keep, if you happen to be changing email address, be sure and let us know, because we will send it to the one you registered with. And we will also have a survey at the end. And I think the rest of it we'll just tell you as we go along, I guess. So if there's other questions, we will answer them as we go. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Marilyn. So we have another stamp scramble, but I do need to give the winners. So Linda, thank you very much. Linda very graciously said, I'll take the first prize and let the next person win, and that is Bonnie Reed. So Bonnie, congratulations. You won the third one. So here's our next one. So get your your digits ready. This one is the fourth person that we want, and it's number 7. So number 7, fourth person, and you can let us know in the comments. Okay, so that was an awful lot of talking on our part and a lot of information. I don't think we missed, I think we caught everything, but Lillian or Marilyn, is there anything that you can think of that we may have missed? Or does anybody have any questions? And Carmen, if you can maybe just type it in if there is one. It's really very strange for me anyway, because we're used to doing the Facebook Lives
where we can see the comments.
Back and forth. This seems like I'm just sitting in a room talking, and I'm hoping there's people out there. No questions. Wow, you guys you're like scholars. You're Stamping Staycation scholars, I think. You triple S's. Okay. So any questions that you have for Lillian or Marilyn or I in particular about us and our stamping journeys or staycation, or any questions in general, you can just post them and Carmen will let us know about them. But in the meantime, here's your next question. So this is your third question. What's your favorite color combo for winter and festive projects? So your favorite color combo. So, and we will let everybody know what the consensus is tomorrow. Okay, so this was a fun thing that we did last time.
Before you go there,
okay.
see Linda,
you have very quick fingers. I think so. Linda F was the winner again, but she gave it up for Karen Y. So Karen Yeomans. Congratulations. I want you on the button for, are you really good at that game, Whack-A-Mole, Linda? I have to ask you that question. Are you really, really quick at getting those little moles over the head? Okay, so here is,
I think.
yeah, I think so. Here is some trivia for you. So we did this last time. I've got 4 different questions, and you can just put all these comments in. And this one isn't for prizes, it's just for fun. So Marilyn, I think if you can maybe spotlight me, it might be easier. I'm going to hold up a question.
I sure can.
And I will read it. I hope I'm going to read it. I'm going to have to look backwards through the paper, but here is the question. Okay, so I'm hoping that you can read that. How many of our whoops, I want to make sure I didn't have the answer on there. How many of our staycationers do you think are attending this weekend's event for the 5th time? So I want to see the 5th time. So I asked you earlier if you were here for the 5th time, but how many do you think? I know the answer to this, but how many do you think? So is it less than 15%? Is it between 15 and 30%, or is it more than 30%? And so I'm going to go in here. I'm sorry, I have to look at the comments here. I have to see. I'm going to turn down my sound a little bit. So more than 30, more than 30. I'm getting some B's. I'm there. I can see. I'm getting some C's. A little bit of everything. Okay. So the correct answer is actually 32%. So it is C. So 32% of our attendees. So a third of you. This is your 5th time. So thank you everybody for coming back so many times. And that tells us that we are doing something right, and that you enjoy this community of crafters. So thank you. So here's the next question for you. I'm just going to turn the page. How many of our staycationers, and I can't even see if I'm on screen, how many of our staycationers are not from Canada? Is it 1, 2, or 3? So how many are not from Canada? Again, I'm going to watch the comments. I'm just really curious. Yeah, Karen, 32% is awesome, isn't it? Thank you, Linda. Linda says that says an
Yes.
awful lot about us. You guys, you're making me blush. And now Marilyn and Lillian, they're being jealous because I'm actually looking at the comments.
I was going to
Okay,
say
so
you're hiding behind that paper so you can look at the
I
comments.
am. You can't see me. Look. So, okay, so we're getting some B's, we're getting 3, we're getting C. We're all over the place. And you might be surprised to know we only have one. So we have one person this time who is from the States, and she's on tonight. I just saw her name. So Roz comes to us from Florida. And thank you for joining in. This is Roz's first time. So thanks for coming, Roz. Okay, question number 3 is, what percentage of our group of staycationers are Stampin' Up! Demonstrators? Is it less than 25%, between 25 and 50, or is it more than 50? That didn't sound like, what the heck was that? Boy, okay, so yes, I know the answer. So what do you guys think? I'm seeing a B from Anita. Roz is being welcomed by everybody. We're such a very happy group and very welcoming. A B for Marilyn. B seems to be the really popular one here. Everybody's saying B. Oh, we got an A. Carolyn said A. Rhonda said B. B. Oh, you know what? Okay. Again, I gotcha. Because this is actually more than 50%. So 59.45% of you are Stampin' Up! Demonstrators. Isn't that amazing? I think it's amazing. So welcome all you SU demonstrators, and thank you for spending your time with us, other demos. We must be a real fun-loving group, I think. Okay, one more question, and it is, what is the #1 favorite fall celebration our staycationers like to craft for? Is it Thanksgiving? Is it Halloween? Or is it other? We rock, Anita says. We demonstrators rock. That's great. So which one is it? What do you think it is? Thanksgiving, Halloween, or other? We got some B's, B's, B's. That's Halloween. A, Thanksgiving. We got 1 Thanksgiving, 3 Halloweens, 4 Halloweens so far. Oh, and now we have another Thanksgiving. It's 3-2. Now it's 4-2. 4-3. Oh, Halloween is winning by a long shot. Well, not really a long shot, like 2. But the answer actually is Thanksgiving. But it's followed very closely by generic kind of Thanksgiving things. And can you read that? Such as home decorating. Everybody loves leaves. That's their favorite kind of thing. So that's just a little bit of fun, a little bit of information about everybody here. So thanks for putting those comments in when you filling out the membership questions when you are joining us and joining the group. And you can take spotlighting off now, thanks, Marilyn, so that we can all have our faces really big.
I was going to say, you really don't want to stay there?
No. Okay, and then we have another stamp scramble.
Right, I think this one's mine, right?
Yep.
Did we?
I think we missed one of Marilyn's too.
That's
Oh,
okay.
did we?
Yeah.
I'm
but
sorry.
That's okay. You
We'll
can
do
do
this
mine.
one and then we'll squeeze Marilyn's in too, because I'm
Okay.
sure you would like to have the prize. And Linda, I'm sure, is all ready to
Yeah. I'm sure Linda's ready.
Okay, this time it's the second person to get the correct answer. All right, second person. So be ready. Number 14. Number 14. And
we don't have anything else to tell you. That was our last question. But it's not our last question because somebody, me, went right over top of Marilyn and just didn't give her a chance to talk.
Well, that's okay.
We'll let her talk now.
We'll get back to there as soon as Carmen has an answer on that one. The second person.
And it's quiet there. Hush went over the crowd.
Oh.
Oh, it's just like the tennis matches, right? Is
Yeah,
anybody into
isn't that
tennis?
something?
That's amazing,
Oh.
right? Oh, we have a winner. Do you want to go say it, Lillian, or?
It is, Marilyn Youth, is that it?
Yes.
That's it.
Marilyn, congratulations.
Oh,
Yay.
Marilyn. Oh, you know what? And I haven't been writing these down.
I
I'll
have.
just make them. Okay.
Don't make them up. I got them. I've got them,
We've been
Joanne.
talking.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
And so because I skipped right over top of Marilyn, let's go back to Marilyn and let's ask her to get her to ask hers.
This time I get to pick, or Carmen's going to tell us who the whoops, figured that out right like my grandkids. The sixth person is for number 10.
Can you tell that Marilyn was a bookkeeper too? Like us accountants, this is what we use.
Yeah, exactly. Have you ever tried to get us to add without a calculator?
It doesn't happen.
No, it doesn't happen.
But we have very dexterous fingers.
Yeah,
That's why we're such good stampers, I think.
I think so.
We'll wait for all of your answers to come in for Carmen to let us know. See? Okay, now I shouldn't be looking at Facebook here. It's not really.
I keep seeing Linda Fiorito up there. So,
Yes. Linda, you might be in the same. You have a really good internet connection. I think that's probably half, not half. Well, maybe half. You're also very skilled.
Yes.
And we have our winner.
Roz.
Congratulations, Roz. Okay, so thank you for playing along, everybody, with the scramble. And thank you also for playing along with our trivia. And thank you for those who took part in the challenges. And
Yes.
Marilyn, were you going to say something?
Well, you have on your notes for me to give the rest of the answers. Do you want me to do
yes. You know the rest of the answers?
I'll just read them. I'm sure they've all
Okay.
got them figured out anyway. Number 1 was Penguin Place. Number 2 is Arctic Bears. Number 4 is Stars Are Shining. Number 5 is Gorgeous Leaves. Number 8 is Be Jolly. Number 9 is Angels of Peace. Number 11 is Christmas to Remember. Number 12 is Sweet Little Stockings. And number 15 is Reflected in Nature. And as you can tell by the form, it certainly wasn't something that I just typed up or whatever. There is all kinds of things available online for doing free things, most of it in teachers sections. Lillian probably knows lots about doing those things, but it was a fun thing to do, just go through and pick stamp sets. And part of it was to help me remember the names of them. And
Yeah.
don't test me. I probably still couldn't do it, but anyway, it was fun. Thank you.
And
But
we're
for
glad
those
you
of
had
you
fun
who
with it too. Yeah.
Yes, and for those of you who are demonstrators, this is just a fun little activity that you can do if you have little groups that get together or whatever. So, and it helps them become more familiar with the stamps too.
With the stamps.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yes, I think we're done for tonight. So thank you again, everybody, for playing along. Thanks for stopping by and spending your Friday evening with us, even in the when you have a big day tomorrow. We'll also post this video so that for those of you who watched it on the replay, I hope you also commented along. We should have said that right at the beginning, not at the end, but hopefully you took part as well. And we are excited to get going first thing tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock, and that's Mountain Time. So, make the adjustments wherever you are watching from, and we will be bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. We'll have had our coffee. Hopefully not too much coffee because we'll be needing to apply glue and cut, but we will be in prime form tomorrow morning, and we're really glad to have you here. So we will see you then.
Okay. Take care.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.